Hello and welcome to another episode of Places of Norwich. In this series we are exploring places of Norwich for you, the fans of Norwich, or away fans, or just tourists, you know. So we're outside what is the cathedral. So this is Erpingham Gate, founded by a man called Thomas Erpingham, Sir Thomas Erpingham, and he was the commander of the longbowmen of the Battle of Agincourt, and he was wealthy enough to found this gate here. As you can see, there he is. There's Sir Thomas Erpingham, and all along this gate are full of his family crest and all sorts of things to do with him, really. And then there we are. There's the cathedral itself just here. But we're not going to explore the cathedral at the moment. In this video we'll be exploring the outside, so the close. So here's the other side of Erpingham Gate, and there's his crest there, look, right there. His family crest, or whatever you want to call it. And just here, that's the gatehouse. This sort of added on a lot later on. And here is most of the buildings on the site, by the way, is owned by Norwich School. This was the headmaster's house, and it's now known as School House. Right next to the headmaster's house then is was a standalone chapel. It was a place for the monks to be in, you know, to prayer, worship. But now it's part of Norwich School. I think it was built by, or founded by, a guy called John Salmon, the one of the bishops of Norwich. This is basically the porch, the gateway into the chapel. I don't know if you can see that. So there's graffiti all over the place, if you look hard enough, from former students who used to go to this school over the centuries. So behind me now is Lord Admiral Nelson. Yes, the Lord Admiral Nelson, the guy who led the victory in the Battle of Trafalgar, and is standing on top of Trafalgar Square on that big column in London. And he was a Norfolk man, and he actually came to be a student in that very classroom, or chapel. So that chapel became a classroom. And he was there. Amazing to think that, isn't it? There's the chapel there where I was just at. The rest of this is part of the school, Norwich School. A lot of it was bombed during the war and destroyed. So but some of it remains, like that building there. I think that was built in 1908 or something. And this playground, I think, was used during the war, like to do parades and things for the military. And I think in here, I don't know if you can see it there, that building there, that's the bishop's palace. So what that means is the first bishop of Norwich, Herbert de Lozinger, he had his home here. And when the cathedral was being built, you pretty much could see it being as its progression. The palace was had a bridge once that joined to the cathedral here, so he could actually walk across if he wanted to. It was also this place is now part of the school. I can't even go in here because there's this gate here, but yeah, there was a dungeon underneath. So about 30 people could be in there at one point. That's crazy, isn't it? And now there's a load of students in here. There's another crazy thing about this place, the school, is that there was an air raid shelter down in here somewhere. I don't know where, but and there used to be a tunnel, basically a load of tunnels going under the cathedral itself. And there's actually still some like toilets and things from the day. So that's where it was built in like 1 month in September 1939. That's crazy. And people, you know, the public were allowed to use it and just, yeah, saved their lives. So this is what the close looked like. So that was the chapel, and there's all these buildings here, mainly part of a part of Norwich School, that owned by them. This building here is Ethelbert Gate. This is the main gate for visitors travelling in by car, and it was the site of just here around here was a site of a church that used to be there, and that's why it's called Ethelbert Gate. And it was formed because of a riot in, I think, 1272, I believe, between the because there was a disagreement between the monks and the citizens, and the citizens pretty much wrecked what was here, set everything on fire. And as punishment, the king at the time said to build this thing, this gateway, as punishment of their sins. We're on the other side of Ethelbert Gate now. See all these images and that. It's what the citizens had to do. That built up the top there was a chapel, and it's now owned by guess what, Norwich School, and it is a classroom now. Look at the images there. Pretty amazing. Further around the close, we've got a lovely herb garden here. Really nice down here. You can actually go in if you want to. Look at this. Beautiful at this time of year as well. Oh, smells nice. We're now, I think it's the lower close now. There's a cathedral there. This is the lower close. I think it's called the lower close. All these buildings here are more residential. But let's head down that way to the final part. Look at these lovely buildings. Look at all, I think mostly residential. In different eras as well. Probably some Georgian here. I don't know. I don't know much. According to this plaque, there was a church here, 12th century church, St. Mary in the Marsh. It was demolished in 1775. We're now heading down towards the river. So this path here is actually, well, was once a canal that the Normans built. I think the monks did or something, I don't know. But they basically, this is where they brought the stones from Caen in France all the way to the cathedral up there. But let's continue, shall we? Let's go down here. According to this plaque then, it says it's Thomas Brown, a physician, author, had a lease of a meadow here. Around here. Look at that. Not much of one now, is there? I just reached these buildings here. These buildings look like a stable for the, I don't know if the monks used it or what, I don't know. That's strange, isn't it? But we're nearly at the river, guys. This is it, guys. The final stop on our Norwich Cathedral Close tour. A little walk. This is Paul's Ferry. So Paul's Ferry was this water gate here. Obviously, this was built during the medieval period, and it was a man called John Paul in I think 1700s. I can't remember when, but he took people back and forth in his little ferry, little boat across the river. And it was also called Sanderling's Ferry after the next ferryman. So they then built a house on top of it. This is the ferryman's house. You can't go in it, I'm afraid, but you can go under. So let's just go under this. Here we are on the other side now. I've just been under it. Not much to see there, but this is where John Paul had his ferry, and he went across the river. And this is where a lot of Norwich fans back in the day actually got across to the nest on the other side. Now, it was a ferry until like I think the 1930s. It's been running for hundreds of years. So that will conclude my walk around the Norwich Cathedral Close. I hope you enjoyed the little walk, and I will see you in the next video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.